All right. Well, we're back for half the second
I'm dead.
of the stream. Elowen is gone. Her body got dragged away after she got shocked. The goblin that was behind her also was instantly killed, and his body was dragged out too. And beyond that, Nox witnessed this all in front of her. The rest of the group heard it and then saw Elowen's body getting dragged out. But what are you guys going to do in the meantime? Are you going to talk with the person in your cell? Are you going to try to yell out to each other?
I'm going to ask the person next to me what his deal is.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So you're like, why are you here? What up with you? I got you.
Specifically, why does he look like the jailer?
He's my goddamn brother, can't you tell?
I mean, he could have been a bad clone, I suppose.
I'm not really... I don't think I really care to talk right now, to be honest.
Can't say I really care how you feel. Why is your brother such a douchebag?
I don't have an answer for that.
All right. Well, then how do we get out of here?
Same reason anyone is evil. Get out of here.
Are you telling me you've been here for who knows how long and you haven't come up with a plan?
Been here a couple weeks at least.
My question stands.
What am I supposed to do to mess with the order?
Literally anything.
And so his head isn't really... He hasn't been really been looking at you during this time period, or while he's been talking to you so far.
Mm-hmm.
He looks up at you, and his eyes just look like they're just sunken into his face, like he looks like he has no hope left. And he looks at you and he says, I don't think there is a way out for me. Sooner or later, he'll hunt me down and torture me some more.
Yes, we all go through hard things in our lives, but that's no reason to just give up.
Well, what do you think? You're shackled to the wall. So am I. There's goblins out there.
Not really afraid of goblins. And the shackles can probably be overcome, but that's probably a problem for the morning.
Tell you what, we'll talk more tomorrow. I think we're going to be in here for a while. We can figure something out, but...
Just as long as you're willing to not sit around and wait for yourself to die.
He just sort of chuckles to himself. Does anyone else talk to their cell partners?
Anna will say hi to Layna.
You say hi to Layna?
Yes, it's been a while.
Layna, she looks at you and she's like, and actually she's probably waiting until all the bad dudes left, besides the few goblins that are inside, like sort of near the cells, and she like, as soon as there's not really anyone listening in, she's like, yes, I forgot what voice I used for her. Whatever. She's like, why are you here?
Well, we were investigating. What was it? A cave?
A temple.
A temple, an earth elemental.
Then into a cave, technically.
Yeah.
We were investigating a temple, and well, one of their members used the stone and sent us here.
That's how they took me away.
Oh, we thought as much. With us, it wasn't so intentional.
I thought for sure that when you and your friends came here, it'd be to rescue us.
Well, that was the plan.
But what about your elf friend? And you can see like tears starting to well up in her eyes.
Well,
I think she wouldn't she have known Elowen by name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
we all knew the risks coming into this. We didn't necessarily expect to pay the price.
Was she really dead there?
If
We all saw her get dragged out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if anyone of us could say for certain that she's dead. None of us
yeah,
saw
I
the
guess
body.
Ed would say you never know. They said something about having a use for her still.
Huh. Well. And she just kind of quiets down. Doesn't seem like she has much to say. Unless you could keep talking to her. I'm just saying she doesn't look like she's really wanting to initiate conversation.
For now, I'll let her be.
All right. What about Ulf? You're across from this what he looks like this kid that's in his late teens or something.
I'm still trying to call.
You're just
on the gods.
you're focusing inward, praying still.
I mean,
listen
how
to that
much
dial
time
tone?
has passed?
It's only this is like right after the bad dudes left and stuff.
I mean, no.
You haven't gotten a response yet. You can keep praying.
I mean, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Boy showed up to me twice in my life within the last few years, so I would think he would maybe pick up the phone.
So before we sort of skip ahead to whatever will happen next, the last thing that happens right here is that the dude that was in the cell that Elowen was being dragged into, the dude that was in there, the middle-aged dude, sort of is dressed in what you might think to be a hunter's garb or something. He sort of tries to lean forward. He stretches himself out enough to the point where Nox, you can actually see just his head poking out from behind the wall or wherever, and he's looking at you, and he sort of whispers, loud whispers, because you guys are across the hallway from each other in different cells. He's like, your friend, she died bravely, at least.
That's very nice of you to say. Although, privately, Nox does not agree that she died bravely.
No, she died.
Died like a fucking
She
idiot.
died stupidly.
I mean, both things can be true.
I mean,
That's true.
sure.
Courage comes with
Sure.
stupidity.
I mean,
That maneuver might have worked out better if you're a priest with fucking
Inflict wounds.
drain
whatever.
life.
Oh yeah, drain life. Well, anyway, so then he kind of that's
no,
all
it
he
would have worked
says.
out the
Hold on,
exact
I'm trying to
same, except
find
I would have
his
done less
name.
damage.
Oh, inflict wounds is the one I'm
Nox
thinking of. That's
says,
the nasty early spell.
you must be Wyatt?
Yeah, how'd you know that? I've never
Well-
met you before.
We were looking for you. Found you.
I suppose you did.
Mission
At
accomplished,
this,
boys. Let's get that XP.
at this, if I overhear it, do I overhear this conversation?
Probably. We're shouting across the hall.
Yeah. This is
Done
yeah.
meditating?
I mean, I was gonna start training.
How?
Oh, you'll find out. I'll save it for after the
Punching
conversation.
the walls.
Okay.
All right.
But
Wait.
I just yell out, "We found him!"
Yes. We found all of them, I'm pretty sure. I heard Layna's voice, and that's Wyatt, so that means probably whatever the wizard apprentice's name is, and
Alex.
that means probably Alex and Alice are both here as well.
And the
Oh.
one in Kass's cell perks up. The middle-aged halfling woman. She said, "What? I'm Alice."
Found her.
Told you.
Did you? And so Alice is looking at Kass and is like, have you seen my children?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You would. We
You guys went to her house. And,
Yeah, but like me as a human being would not know. So if you could tell me.
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
Yes, of course.
Totally remember.
Little halfling children. It rings a bell.
So are halfling children like babies running around?
It was, I think I described it that there were like a couple kids, and then there was like the oldest daughter was like taking care of the family now, and the dad was
Are
there.
these the kids that I like ran around the living room
Yeah.
and played with?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And she's like, oh, all right, so they're okay. I was
Last I saw,
I was the only one taken.
there was a younger girl there as well, taking care of them.
Yes, my oldest daughter.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be the one.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for telling me.
Alright. And then I will proceed to train.
Alright, how are you training? I'm curious.
Okay, so you know how in gymnastics people use like the rings? I'm gonna do that but with my manacles.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's the goal though? Like, just to work out?
Yeah, we're just training.
No, that's fair. That's
Just
fair.
clanking around.
Yeah, so you start clanking around, and you hear some footsteps coming towards the like door in front of towards your cell, and appearing at the door is while you're clanking around is the Avriel monk dressed dude that you had seen before that was guarding the entrance. And he watches you.
I
for
feel
a
like
bit.
I would have not seen him at that time.
Because you're meditating. So it is an Avriel dressed like a monk as well, and he is watching you. And he
Alright,
goes,
he's allowed to watch me. I'm just training.
"What are you
Keep
doing?"
him fit. I look to him and say, "Keep him fit."
So stupid.
You're a monk too, aren't you?
I'm not sure I would call you a monk, but I certainly am.
Why are you disobeying orders?
Disobeying orders.
You're not
Do
following.
explain.
You're not following what we've been told to do by the order.
It seems like your order might be a little bit different than our Lord Kavera.
Caravi?
Yep, there's the one.
Kavera.
Kavera.
Interrogation!
No. So this monk he looks at you, he's like, we serve Caravi. You do not. And
You do not.
and he spits into the cell and walks away.
It's a monk thing.
I do
Yeah, apparently.
I
Or a
do
bird thing.
deflect missiles and
Yeah.
throw it back at him.
Okay. Nice. Well, so
Does he do anything to his own spit being thrown back at him?
he just walks away. He doesn't even acknowledge it.
He just lets it hit him, huh?
And
I knew you were an imposter, monk.
Mhm.
And he doesn't say anything. He just keeps going, and you hear his footsteps fade. I mean, it's not that far. It's just like maybe 2 rooms away till he gets to the entrance, and then you hear him sort of like, stop walking there. You don't hear the door open, so you assume he's still inside. And then you go back to training, I'm assuming?
Yep, I'm just gonna keep training.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys all, if you want to tell me anything else that you would do during the night, it was already like maybe you couldn't really tell, but there aren't any windows in these rooms actually, but and the hallway is lit, but it was about midnight. You guys kind of had a rough idea, and so now. If you guys want, you can all just go to sleep, and the other people in your cells, none of them look like they're too excited to talk. The one in Ulf's room doesn't say anything to him the whole night. Would Ulf just be praying like literally all night till he gets an answer?
I mean, he'd probably go to sleep eventually because
He doesn't want to get exhausted.
he's kind of hurting.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I would like to call out to the fake monk.
Okay. What do you say?
I just say, "Hey, fake monk, I have a question for you."
He walks over, looks in the bars, doesn't say anything.
I ask him if he has spoken with our Lord Kavera.
Caravi.
Yeah, that's the one.
Have you?
Yes.
I have as well.
I'm going to try to find out if he's lying.
Doubt?
Alright. Do insight. As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Why do you act like a monk?
What do you mean? I am a monk.
Doubt.
He is telling the truth as far as you can tell?
Why do you lie to me and say you've spoken to our Lord?
I am a monk just like you. Do you not?
Doubt.
As far as you can tell, he is telling the truth. Doesn't seem to be any hesitation or anything.
Just means he believes he's telling the truth.
Yes.
Why do you waste my time? I'm supposed to watch you. I don't care.
Because you're an imposter.
And he like chuckles just the slightest bit. Well, you can think that, but I serve Karavi.
You may think so.
And he turns with that. He just turns around and walks back to the
I
front.
spit at him.
Right? He doesn't react. Alright, so you guys all sleep throughout the night, I'm assuming? Getting a long rest in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So let me look at my notes real quick. Hold on. One second. Okay. Sounds good. So the next morning, then you guys can kind of tell it's morning because even though there's no windows, there's probably like a crack or two in the roof and stuff, in the ceiling that would let some light in. And you hear some birds chirping. You weren't able to see out when you're outside, by the way. You weren't really able to see if there were like mountains around or trees or what. Also, the walls were pretty high, anyways. But so there wasn't. You guys didn't get a really good look at that. But you can hear some birds chirping outside. Not bird boys, but birds. And at probably about the time that you guys are all starting to wake up, you presume that the sun is up right about now, and what was I gonna say? The guard is changed, and when you hear like the doors open, you hear some talking in common. They say like, you're free until your next shift and something like that. And you hear a couple new footsteps move in. And you guys are brought some food by another human monk dude and another Avriel monk dude. This is a different one. This one has sort of like brownish red fur, reddish brown, I guess, fur, or not fur, feathers. But they start coming up to each of the cells, and they sort of like slide to you guys sort of pans that are filled with like scraps of like meat and stuff like that. Really gross. The meat isn't cooked. There's like some vegetable scraps too, and that's about it.
Oh, I eat some of my rations instead.
Okay, you still have those on you.
Same.
All right, sounds good.
I would offer one of my rations to the kid in my cell.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'd do that for...
Yeah, it's a good
What's this
idea.
boy's name? Because I actually never asked him.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. So do you want to ask him? You can ask him like when you
Yeah.
pass him the food. That's a good way to
Sure.
get on his good side. All right. So you pass him his food and ask him like what his name is, and he's like, oh, I suppose I might as well know my name. My name is Alec.
I'm Nox. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, I suppose. Wish it could be in better circumstances.
Could be worse.
And he takes the food that you offer him. And so the rest of you do the same, so they don't have to eat the scraps. And so the
I am just going to refuse to eat today.
You're not going to eat. So they
Yes.
they slide you the food and it just sits in front of you. Alice, meanwhile, when she gets it, she like digs ravenously into it. Like she hasn't had food to eat in like a week. She just eats it all up.
I slide my plate over with my foot.
She's like, are you sure?
You seem more hungry than me.
Yes, I've just been sitting here a couple weeks now. I feel like my muscles are starting to lose their strength.
I continue to train.
Oh my god.
And say, my muscles are in peak condition.
Mm-hmm.
Just start flexing.
Yeah, I flex within my
So
shackles.
So while you guys are eating and as you guys are finishing up eating, all of a sudden you guys hear that bell that had been rung. You're pretty sure it's the same bell that had been rung when you guys were down that tunnel. You hear that bell being rung again. And like ding, 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 ding. And you hear like shouting outside of the building you guys are in now. And you hear like commotion, like people sort of like hustling around and stuff. And and then sorry. And then after a couple moments, you hear voices sort of outside. You hear a lot of voices outside of this building. And it's kind of far. You don't really hear the details. However, one thing that you guys all hear is that when they're coming out of, when you hear the voices coming closer to this building, presumably out of the tunnel, you hear one voice that's like screeching in maybe not pain, but like almost like terror. And he goes like, no, no, please.
Oh no.
You guys hear this, voice. It's
I yell out, you could have just killed him.
it's too far for anyone to hear except the people guarding you guys. but and like it's pretty faint. I did it a little too clear, but it's more like it's like
Meat wad, no.
but you hear
I
what
think we've
does
all heard the voice enough.
Yeah, you do. It does sound pretty familiar. You're pretty sure that is Grizzles out there yelling, and then after a bit, then it goes quiet. But you hear other talking outside, and and then and then after a minute or two, after like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, you hear you hear the door open to the place. And you guys kind of see like some rays of sunlight sort of shining a little bit. And some shadows cast upon the hallway floor. And you hear some footsteps. And Ulf, you see passing by your cell door, you see another cloaked figure. This cloak is different than the one that the dude was wearing the night before. But you see a cloaked figure walk by, humanoid looking. You don't get a look at the person's face. And you see behind him, following him, is one of those dragon things that you had been described before. It is, again, the size of a pony, maybe. So it's like, it's big, but it does manage to fit inside this hallway. And it is trotting along behind this cloaked figure. And then behind that come a couple of kobolds. And then you see that behind them they're dragging Grizzles. But he is now, he's still in the manacles. And his mouth is gagged now. And they pass you, Ulf. And they come...
What did we think of that?
The what?
I said, why didn't we think of that?
and so they pass you though, and come out into like basically like the middle of the the hallway. And the cloaked figure sort of like walks to the end and looks into the cell that Nox is in, and then studies Nox, and you can kind of see. Nox a little, like roughly the details of his face, but it sort of like the shadow is kind of concealing him still a little bit. He still has his hood on, but you see what looks to be like an eye patch or something, and that's about as much as you can make out. And then he goes back the other way and sort of is pacing down the length of the hall for a couple minutes, and he studies each one of you for a bit. And then finally he comes out into the middle, sort of. I suppose in front of Anna's cell, but sort of yelling out in general. This guy says, "So, you all are my new guests."
Oh, this is your establishment?
I must say, I've had much better service elsewhere.
and he comes back to in front of your cell, Nox, and says, "So you're one for humor, are you?"
My laughing? It's news to me.
And he pulls off his hood at this point. And what you see, hold on, let me find it. Oh no, I have it here somewhere. Give me a second. There we go. He has a...
are we back to full health, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, we have all of our stuff
As
from
long
long
as you
rest.
took a long
You
rest.
had a long rest, so yeah.
Nice.
So he looks like... I know I have it somewhere. Hold on. He has brown hair. Where I know I have this. He has green eyes and brown hair. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Brown
Green
hair.
eye?
What?
Green eye or
Oh
green
yeah, green
eyes?
eye. Sorry, yeah, you're right. And then he has an eye patch, an eye patch on, and you can see a scar that is crossing over it as well, or under it, I guess, you know. But he does have an eye patch on, and
Say if it crosses over it, thank God he wore the eye patch.
but so he he yeah, he has an eye patch on. And he sort of bends in to look at you, Nox, and he says, So, you all are quite the ambitious group, aren't you?
Are we? As far as I know, we were just hired to do something and we did it.
I'm surprised you managed to find my servants when you did. I wasn't expecting that.
Are you expecting an apology?
Oh, no. In fact, it is I who should be giving the apology. I'm sorry that you're about your friend's demise.
I rather doubt that.
My friend does not have the best grasp on his temper.
And he'd hear from down the hall, "No shit!"
However, she did seem a bit dangerous with her knowledge of magic. Maybe it's a good thing that she's gone now.
Nox rolls her eyes very obviously.
So he starts pacing, and then he comes back to Anna's cell, pauses, and looks at Anna. Whose idea was it to keep a kobold along, I wonder? And you hear the other kobolds that are like surrounding Grizzle, you hear them snickering, like
Anna raises her hand. Guilty.
Interesting. Well, I hope you're happy. He has failed his duty, and now he'll have to be tortured to make up for it.
What was his duty? I just kept him around to try and get information out of him.
Ah, well, it's not for me to worry about. It is my friend here's duty, and his job, his customs. And he's sort of like he's nodding towards the like draconic creature that is there,
Oh.
which sort of is peering in at at Anna. It doesn't say anything though. It just kind of like stares at you. And
very friendly sort is he?
and so then it'll speak then, and it says, "What a strange, weak human. To think that you would try to tame a kobold."
Tame?
I have no other words for what it is you were trying to do. He has told us, and he will suffer for his weakness. He should have killed himself trying to kill you all. But he has failed in that. And you kind of hear
much
Grizzle...
one kobold?
You what? Sorry.
Not much one kobold can do.
And with that, this thing turns around and starts shambling out towards the door, and the kobolds go with it. So now it's just this dude, and actually there's a couple goblins in here too that seem like they're escorting him. And 1 second, let me look at something. Hold on. He says to you all, "Well, I suppose I should also be thanking you all. You have made my job quite easier. I needed a certain number of magic users, and now I have that. Are already in my grasp. One less thing for me to have to worry about."
How many magic users was that?
And why should I tell you?
I mean, your friend last night told us we were going to die, so what's it matter?
Yes, well... Tell me what you... And so he's, like, talking to Nox, and he, like, points at you now. Your accent, you're from around here, aren't you? From
To
Felling.
be perfectly honest, I don't know where he is.
Yes, from Felling.
Sure.
Are you from the city?
Why should I tell you?
Interesting. Interesting. To think that there would be a city... Someone from the city out here. Although I suppose it's... just a coincidence that you managed to find this place. Well then.
Once again, can't really say that I know where here is. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I found it. Unless, of course, you'd like to share that information before we die.
Oh, you're not going to die just yet.
Well, I should hope not. You need magic users.
I still have to find the rest of the pieces that I need.
You are one of the most obtuse people I've ever spoken to.
And at this point, the man that is across from
Did
you...
you just call him fat?
At this point, the man across
Oh
from
my
you
God.
is Alec. He looks up at you, Nox, and he says, don't even bother dignifying him with the response. This scum deserves no answer to anything.
Yes, I'm sure that's correct. But we have to amuse ourselves somehow in this dreadful place.
By the way, have I heard that guy say his name?
No,
he hasn't been very
he was a bit far away for probably to hear.
All right.
Yeah. But anyway, so this guy, he says, well, I suppose I should at least introduce myself. Like a good host, huh? My name is...
Can I see him at this point?
He's been sort of pacing back and forth around.
How big is this hallway that we're in?
50 feet
It's
long?
like 10 feet wide and like 80 feet long, I think, or 60 feet long. Like, it's a pretty long hallway, I guess. Yeah, 60 feet long. So he's pacing back and forth, and there are some goblins around him that are sort of standing at the attention, at the ready, you know. But yeah, so he paces around and he says, I suppose I should introduce myself to you all. My name is Zindarok.
Dickhead.
Can you spell that?
Yeah, I can indeed. It is like this.
I tried to shout over him, saying that his name is Dickhead.
More like Zinder Cock.
Yeah, so he's like, my name is Zindarok. And yes. Well, I suppose that's all then. I don't really think you all have any information that I need.
Whose
Oh.
cell is across from me?
Definitely not.
There's no one in the cell across from you. It's empty.
I'm pretty sure we're just in a straight line.
Yeah, except for Nox is on the other side from the one that Elwyn was in. And the other dude,
Okay.
Wyatt.
Yeah, I assume that there was like cells on either side.
There is one across
are.
from you. It's just not filled with anyone.
That's fair. And I'm in which one? The third one?
Yeah. Right. So, hold on one second. So yeah, he's like, yes, my name is Zindarok. Zindarok the fearsome.
Nox laughs very audibly.
And when
I will also laugh.
when he says the fearsome, then also the guy across from you, Nox, sort of like mutters something under his breath that you aren't able to hear, and he goes like, and says something, and then you laugh, and Kass laughs too. He comes.
Would Anna recognize his name, maybe?
I don't think so. But if you want, you could actually roll a history check. I will allow it. And Nox too.
Sure.
Only you two, though.
Wow.
God dang it.
Nox gonna roll?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm. No, you guys do not recognize this name.
Damn, high AC.
But, oh no. But anyway, so he, so when you laugh, he comes back to the front of your cell, Nox, and he looks at you and he says, "You've got quite the attitude, don't you?"
I have the attitude. She looks offended.
And he, at this point, he pulls off his eye patch, and what you see is that underneath his eye patch is a red glowing orb.
This the boy that looked at us?
And his red, and it's like pulsating red, and it looks almost like unnatural with the way it's glowing. And he looks at you and he says, I am Zindarok the fearsome, and don't you forget it."
There is only one thing in this world that I'm afraid of, and I certainly guarantee.
You cut out there. Sorry, what'd you say?
She tells him that there's only one thing in the world she's afraid of, and he definitely isn't it.
And he's like, and he just stares at you like smoldering as this like eye thing or orb is glowing in his eye socket. And so then he turns around and sort of walks by, looks at Kass as well for a good couple seconds.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
What does that do?
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, you get a +10 to dexterity bonus. So I have to make a stealth check. +10.
So you're trying to hide from him?
He'll never
So
see you
24.
exactly where you're locked to the wall.
I don't understand.
Well, yeah. I mean, from the way that I understand the spell, that's like how it works.
Yeah, but like,
You magically are like masked from
it makes it easier for you to hide.
being able to
yeah,
see.
Why?
But like,
why-
You
where
physically
are you
cannot hide.
hiding?
yeah.
Like you can't
I mean,
roll.
that's the thing. It says masking you from detection.
Yeah,
doesn't
but
say it
like,
just
he can
helps you
look
from
at
hiding.
and
Yeah, I don't
see
think he's trying to detect you. I think he's just seeing you.
Well, here, to stealth, you have to break line of sight. Try and stealth. You can't move. He's looking directly at you.
Yeah.
You're chained to the wall. Have fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
so I
not
guess
really...
instead of that, I will cast darkness on everything.
that would work. Yeah.
Fuck it.
It would work, yeah. You definitely get the darkness cast.
Alright, so darkness envelops you
15
and
feet from what point that you choose.
I cast it on him.
on
I don't
him.
think you can. You have to cast it like. Well, I mean, you can cast it where he is, but it would.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
You can cast it on something of his. No, it can't be equipped by another creature, can it?
No,
Okay.
but
No.
it can be where he's standing.
Yes.
This is gonna get complicated.
he,
Would I notice the darkness?
I'm pretty sure it's big enough to envelop like 3
It's
cells.
a 30-foot diameter.
Yeah.
Well, is
It
my
would-
I'm sure we're
cell
all at
enveloping
least
guy?
partially in this.
yeah,
right
you would
now.
all see like part of the. You would probably see it in the hallway or like coming into your guys' rooms a little bit. So you all would be like seeing it a little bit at least. None of you would be enveloped in it.
but like the entire hallway, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he just like chuckles. He goes like, ah.
And then I'm also going to cast an image of myself in front of him.
And
Yes.
he just well, so he just like you guys, I guess you wouldn't be able to see this, but you hear footsteps, and
I mean, I can see it, unless it's just out of view.
it's around the corner from you, yeah.
Okay.
So, but you hear his footsteps going off, and a bunch of other footsteps going off, and then you hear the door close.
Is that the same laugh that we heard in the...
Yes, it definitely is.
Okay. Nox announces that to the hall.
Mm-hmm.
No one reacts.
Is the darkness spell still up right now?
Until
I'm gonna
pass or he dispels it.
Strong light or anti-magic field, or somebody smacks the shit out of him.
I don't think any of those are going to happen.
Well,
Yeah.
the last one might.
Yeah, the last one. Right?
The
Unless the goblin guards are just gonna, along with the monks or whatever, just gonna stand in the magical darkness for the
if
next
after
hour.
well, the goblins,
Or however long it
you heard
lasts,
the
I don't
goblins
remember.
sort of going off with the dude, but after like a minute, if the darkness stays up, then
It stays for 10 minutes
All
unless
right.
he dispels it.
so one of the so the guards don't you don't hear them move in to do anything to Kass or anything.
I turn to the boy
So
in my cell and I tell him, "Boy, do you know any lock-picking spells? Get us out of these chains."
What do you mean? I don't what I don't know any magic like that. No,
What kind of magic do you know?
just simple tricks. I don't know.
That doesn't answer my question. I need an answer, boy.
No, I don't think I can get us out of here.
Oh, Jesus. All right, and then I try and pull my chains out of the wall.
What are the walls between our rooms, by the way?
It's all like stone, like like stone blocks. It's a pretty sturdy building. All the buildings actually look
So-
pretty sturdy.
I'm going to
Can-
cast
Do I have
a
roll to-
slightly dwarfed image or illusion of myself within the darkness,
Okay.
and then I'm going to dispel the darkness.
Okay. Well, hold on for 1 second. I would say the other thing is that Nox, you're in the since you're on the other side of the hall, you're actually on the side of the hall that borders whatever is in the other part of this building. Remember how I mentioned there was like 2 doors?
Uh-huh.
So there's like 2 halves of this building, presumably, and you're on the one cell that's filled that's on the side that butts up against that other half of the building, and you start to hear like muffled through the wall sounds of like what sounds like chanting or something. It sounds like either kobolds or goblins, some like smaller creature, and it's like chanting like just like it's almost like war cries or war frenzied stuff. But anyway, so Kass, you create an image, slightly dwarfed image of yourself.
Yeah, because it has to be 5 foot, and I'm 5'5".
Okay. And is it
All right,
like
here's the cells.
yeah, something like that, basically.
You
And
want to put yourself in your respective cell?
although, well, yeah. So, but yeah. So the they're more like, well, whoops. It's 3 by 3.
That's the ugliest color.
It's 3 by
3
3,
by
but
3.
other than that, that's pretty
Okay.
accurate. Yep, 15 by 15 feet roughly. So not too super big.
How's my pulling the chains off the wall?
Oh yeah.
Off the wall going?
I suppose you can make me a strength or athletics check, yeah, if you really want. Before we get to what happens with Kass's figure.
Jesus.
All right, so
Pretty
you
good.
you go like, you know, like a colossal effort, and you swear you feel like the stone budging or something. Like you hear like the tiniest like creak, but then but it doesn't budge. And you know, after a couple seconds, you have to stop. You know, you start popping blood vessels in your skull. You know,
Almost shit yourself.
yeah. But unfortunately, no, it doesn't. They don't move just from that. But anyway, so with Kass, you are your image or whatever is there. The darkness dispels, and you hear the people guarding you in here are like look, the bird has escaped, and you see one of them, or you hear one of them be like, you're like, are you sure it's not just another illusion? Seems like that one knows their way around tricks. And so after a second, you see an arrow come in and fly in and hit the illusion. Unless it can dodge or anything like that.
I create another illusion next to it.
Okay. They're like, and you hear them say,
Dispelling that one. As if it teleported to the side.
you hear some footsteps come closer. One of them comes over, and it like looks in the cell at you, and then sort of pulls out its sword and slashes through this figure. And it looks at you and says, "What are you doing?" This
Does
is
it look like I have anything else to do in here?
This is a human monk.
I'd tell him exactly what I said. Does it look like I have anything else to do?
Stop creating distractions. I'm supposed to watch you, not babysit you.
I create a stupid-looking version of him right next to him.
He looks at it, looks over towards the direction of the door, presumably at the other guard there, and nods to him or her, you know, whatever the other guard is, and he starts to open he like reaches down, gets a key, and opens the barred door, and he enters the cell and is like, and he's standing next to you, and he says, "Do you want to do that again?"
I
Still has his sword unsheathed.
unsheathed. Okay. I create another version in the hallway. If he wants to look at it. I mean, it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't gone away.
He's like, "Are you gonna keep causing problems for me?"
Is that a problem with you? A mirror image of yourself.
He sheaths his sword now, and he looks at you and slaps you right across the face. Or the beak.
I ask him, you call that a slap?
And he'll slap you again.
That
And this time when he slaps you, he says, "Heretic."
Coming from the demon worshippers.
Damn Protestants thinking they're worshiping the truth.
and then he'll turn at that point and head out, lock it back up, the door.
As he's walking out, I will make an image of him and the other guard making out.
Okay.
Really just antagonizing them, aren't you?
He ignores it and locks the door and goes back to watch. Alright. So
I will continue to make erotic poses of the two guards that are watching.
they just ignore you. None of them, they don't come over to you anymore.
I mean, I'm still going to do it,
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
whether they
So,
acknowledge it or not.
So a couple of hours go by. Do you guys do anything in particular?
I ask Alec what magic he can do.
Magic. You think I can do any magic?
Well, you heard your brother. He needs magic users. So either he just hates you, or you can do something.
Ha, yeah, I get what you're saying now. No, I see you could think that. No, I don't know any magic. I'm here for what I know. When you make enemies with the Order, they don't let you live free very long.
This is the Order of who again?
I mean, you can ask him.
No, like what was the one we learned
Oh
about?
yeah, the Order of Dalrim.
Okay, so she says, so just to confirm, you do mean the Order of Dalrim, whatever they call themselves?
Order of Dalrim.
Is that a no?
No, I'm. And he sort of like looks off to the side and looks like he's thinking. He's like, I suppose it doesn't really matter if I tell you. No, I'm in here because I'm an enemy of the Order of Skleravrak.
The Order of what?
Skleravrak. Oh, I shouldn't mutter that name here. Yeah, I'll put it in chat, by the way. Let me just find it so I can remember how to spell it.
I'm also going to attempt to pick my chains with the claw of my foot.
Yeah, how tight are the manacles?
They are pretty tight.
If I broke my thumbs, could I get my shackles off?
Oh God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a good question. 'cause
Probably
I'm willing to do that.
not. Maybe, I don't know. Like
How many parts of my hand would I have to break?
Guys are fucked up, man.
Hold on.
I'm a monk. This is what I do.
Yeah, let me make sure.
Just fucking
I
break your bones.
I train my body for
Is that really
extreme
what
pain.
they do? Hold on. I'm
It's
trying to
fucking Chronicle of Vertigo and shit.
Yeah,
Ouch.
look up monk
Where
training,
is
dude. They
this?
just punch brick walls
Can
for
you type
hours on end.
Squareback?
To
Yeah, I'm looking
freaking
for it.
If
Spelling
anything,
right
your
now.
bones are probably
Okay,
so
okay.
sturdy that you're like fucking
Where?
unable to
I know
break
I
your
have
own
this on here.
bones.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong.
I mean, if
document, of
anybody's
course.
gonna do it, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, there it is.
Like, I got another thing I can do to help me get out of these shackles, but I'm gonna probably still have to break my thumbs.
Like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Also, if you,
The Order of Traverse.
oh my God, Travis, if you guys want,
Fuck.
you can make me a. Hold on. Let me find it.
History, religion.
Either a religion or history check.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. Anyone else gonna roll?
No, I'm a
Guess
little
not.
occupied.
The name does not ring a bell.
Okay.
You don't really remember anything. You don't think you've ever heard of this. What he says, he said, but yeah, so he says the Order of Skleravrak. Oh, you know what? It's supposed to have a K instead of a C at the end. Whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
What is Skleravrak?
Skleravrak is the old northern god of vengeance and chaos. His name is a dark name that I wouldn't wish to utter more times than I need. This Order of
You wouldn't-
Dalrim. you mentioned a Dalrim. The name rings a bell in my head, but... I don't know. Can't put my finger on it.
Well, you probably know more than I do. What was it that you muttered when Mr. Fearsome introduced himself earlier?
Good old Zindarak, huh? His name should not be Zindarak the Fearsome. I muttered his true title.
Please do share.
Zindarak the Kinslayer.
Oh, that's far more boring than I thought it would be.
That's, I look over and say, that's really what you think his name should be.
Well, did he kill one of your parents or something?
What out of character, just to clarify that.
Oh wait, no, never
a
mind. I
different
wouldn't
guy.
have said that.
Yeah, no. That's not his brother, the guy there.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Anyway, okay. Zindarak the Kinslayer, I guess.
Anyways, so do you guys wish to, what do you guys
Break
wish
our
to
thumbs.
do? To break your thumbs? That,
You're fucking insane.
I don't think I'm gonna allow that. I don't think it's gonna work, and also I don't want to have to describe that. So,
Wow.
Oh, I'll describe it.
I think we're just gonna
I'll
say
describe it if you
we're
want.
just gonna
Come on,
say
a
that
couple of
that's
strength checks and some constitution saves.
we're just
It's all
gonna
good.
say that it's pretty clear that that would not work. Well, maybe if you chopped off your whole hand, but you know,
How much of my hand would I have to break for it to be thin enough to...
you'd have to like
Dude, if only I had
you'd have to.
what is it? Which is the earliest healing spell that actually can reattach limbs? I can't remember.
Oh God.
It's nothing we have access to right
Yeah.
now. But
Well, of course not, but I think there's a fairly low level healing spell that can
Probably.
reattach limbs.
All right. Well,
As long as you have it on hand.
so
I don't think there is.
It might be like a 5th level spell, I can't remember.
well, so in
It's
any-
higher than Repentance ever had access to.
Yeah. So yeah, that's okay. Also, so you guys are, sort of, you know, just doing, you know, what do you guys want to do with the rest of the day? Here.
Well, if we can't break our own limbs,
Yeah. That's not an option.
I'm going to try to pick the lock with my claw.
Okay. You can try. What would that be? That would be like a sleight of hand, maybe? I don't know what that would be. Probably dexterity
Probably just
based.
a straight
It's
dex.
a dex. It's a
Because what are
dexterity
thieves' tools?
with thieves' tools,
Yeah.
generally.
you would use thieves' tools with whatever the task requires.
So it'd
Yeah,
be
so-
without proficiency
that,
and then a
but
dex
without-
check.
So it'd be just straight dex check
Yeah.
without your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I think that is correct. You can try to do that if you would like. But
Okay, I'm going to try to do that.
we're gonna say that it's gonna take some effort to you have to like pull up your claw above your head or whatever, or like up to your arms. I don't know. Kind of have to like. So.
You're manacled with your
Okay.
arms above your head.
Yeah. Can we not stand up, though?
Which actually leaves me wondering, how do we eat?
That's a good question.
There's a lot of things about this that have not
know what?
quite.
I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
think
I
about
just
that.
don't understand what's happening. Like, how do we do anything? How do
That's-
we sit down? How do we lay? Like, how do
I was-
Should we just retcon it and say the manacles are to the floor?
Well,
instead
I
of the
was-
wall?
hang?
I was sort of envisioning what the picture that was posted in Discord.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like
so
that.
you could easily stand up, and your hands are now.
You
at
you
normal.
could stand up. That's what I was thinking. Like when Ulf was trying to tear them out of the wall, he was trying to do
Oh
that.
god,
sort of,
so
like-
if we
Okay,
drop that
that's
food
much
before
easier.
we ate it, we're just fucking out of luck.
yeah, no, that's sort of what I was envisioning there. So
Unless you
like,
can kick it back up to your hands.
That's what I assumed you were envisioning.
yeah, Yeah.
Oh, well then that as long as he stands up, he could like try and pick that.
He's been doing
pretty
like
easily.
weird flips all day anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely capable of maneuvering around within these shackles here.
Okay. So the
All right.
okay.
Excuse me.
I love you.
Hold
Let him
on.
know.
I'm looking at something real quick.
That's literally the
Well.
best roll you can get. So we'll see.
So you managed to like get
It's actually
your
the two best rolls I could get.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Yeah, so you managed to get your what was I gonna say? You managed to get your claw into position, like in a place where you think that, like, hey, I'll be able to, like, you know, you start to finagle with it. You get your claw into the lock and stuff, and you start working in there, and you feel like some clicking around and stuff. But after like a good 15 minutes, it still doesn't come open.
What are these chains made out of?
Like iron.
Okay, so the answer to instead of "you can try" was no.
I mean, you could you tried.
There is no try.
But oh god, what have I done? But one second. But anyways, we will skip forward.
I mean, I got plenty of other ideas.
We'll say that unless you have anything else that you think would be a viable way to escape, we're going to skip forward
Okay.
a little bit.
Yes, I will also try to pick the lock with one of my feathers.
Oh my god.
Okay, I mean, you can try another dex, same thing.
I mean, it's obviously not going to work because
Yes.
my highest possible roll is just not enough, I guess.
It will not work, yes.
All right, well, we'll just stand up and
That way.
punch against the wall until something happens, I guess.
All right. We're going to skip forward then.
Break
And
my hands enough to slide them off.
we're going
Maybe
to
I
skip
beat
forward
the wall up
to
enough.
this evening. So you guys spend the whole day here. Maybe you talk with the people in your cells a little bit.
Definitely not.
But evening comes. You can when the guard is changed out a couple times during the day, then you like see the shadows getting longer, or whatever. You can kind of, with the quick glimpses of the outside that you get, and the shadows being cast, you can kind of tell that it's getting later into the day, and that there is that the sun is going down. About the time that the sun is, you guys imagine that the sun is setting, when the last light of day is fading away. You guys start to hear a commotion outside, not super close, a little further away. You hear like yelling, and in fact, you actually hear like a horn go off, going like, you know, and you start to hear rushing around and stuff, for a couple minutes. Do you guys do anything when that happens?
Listen closer.
Literally nothing we can do.
All right.
Listen closer.
So you listen closer.
All I can do.
And yeah, so it sounds like there's like yelling going on outside, like people running around. You hear like clanging of metal, not like it doesn't sound like weapons hitting other weapons. It sounds like armor being put on, maybe. And you you do hear in the room next to you, Knox, and the other part of this building, you also hear some commotion going on. Like you hear some yelling and stuff. You can't really make out what they're saying, but after a couple minutes, then the door to this place opens, and someone comes running in, and you hear them you all hear them quite clearly this time, because they speak with the people there and say, "Someone's been spotted at the front gate. We need to have all the men that we can there." and then they run, and you hear the two guards there talking, and one of them is like, do you want to go? I can watch them. And the guard is like sure. And you hear that one guard run off, and you hear running, but now the running seems like it's fainter. It sounds like all the running is sort of going away from here. And the doors are still the double doors into this hallway are wide open.
So what is our guard?
It's a we'll say it doesn't really matter. We'll say it's a human monk.
Yeah.
We'll just pick at random, I guess. It might matter, but we'll pick at random, I guess. And yeah. So at this point, so it's a human guy. You can kind of peek just enough around the corner to see him. He is sort of like, for now, facing away outside, like looking around maybe. And you hear off in the distance, you hear like another horn being blown. This time a little further away, like, and you hear like what sounds to be like a howl from possibly. It sounds similar to the hellhound howl that you had heard before, like, and the guard keeps watching.
I make the sound of breaking chain.
You make the sound of breaking chain? Alright. And so you make this sound, and the guard turns around and is like, what was that? Are one of you trying to escape?
I summon a mate. I summon a morning star or a sword beating on my chains.
Okay, so you're just making noise and stuff.
As if I'm
like
trying
a hammer
to.
Yeah, I got you.
Against stone.
Alright, so
somewhere in one of the unoccupied cells, even.
Alright. So he runs over and looks at Kass and he says, "Stop
You will
that!"
see me meditating.
He like comes up and he looks confused and he says, "Stop that!" And then he runs over to Nox and sees Nox trying, beating on the chains, and he says, "Stop that right now! I'm gonna call for help."
You're going to call for help against these us poor defenseless prisoners?
And he sort of like ignores you, and he just like cups his hands and goes, and he goes like, "Help! Help!"
Who's going to help you, worthless piece of shit? Everyone is busy, and you're here like a coward doing nothing.
And and right as you say that, you see an arrow come flying in.
From where?
From the open door. The door was open. He had been like looking out it.
Okay.
And it hits him in the shoulder, and he looks down and sort of, and then collapses to the ground. And all of you probably like see this arrow whizzing by or hear it,
Anna yells to Ulf,
I see it.
"Does your god use a bow?"
Not that I'm aware
Probably
of.
heard him praying this whole time, off and on.
And so Ulf, so you see a couple seconds later, you see dashing in out of the from outside and closing the door behind him is what appears to be an elf who is wielding a bow and arrow. Let me describe him for you. He is
Susano?
no, it's a male. He has sort of like a little bit.
They don't want to cameo.
he sort of has a little bit darker skin, like olive skin tone.
And from that campaign.
I think the only character that wouldn't somehow be horrible would be
Calzone.
yeah, so,
Calzones, yeah.
Probably.
I would be fine. I'm just a
Never
mercenary,
show
dude.
up again.
so he so
Probably
this
be wasted at a bar somewhere.
this elf, he has olive skin and dark hair, like black hair pretty much. And he immediately closes the door behind him, like I said,
Oh, it's Siveriel from Evermeet.
and he runs over to what was I saying? Runs over to the cell that Nox is in, and you guys all see him as he passes. He bends down, picks up the set of keys off of the guard, and starts to unlock the cell door.
So who are you anyway? I mean, thank you, but
Listen,
Don't go thanking him yet.
listen. We can't speak. We can't speak right now. I need to get you out of here, but we can't. We don't have time to sit and chat.
I had always heard men couldn't multitask.
You see the slightest smile come over his face, and he opens the cell door. He finishes, opening with the key. Comes in and he starts to take off your shackles. Get you off of there.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll replace the sword with a morning star then.
okay, yep. He gets you out of your shackles real quick, and he says, "Do me a favor, take that shield there." He points to the shield that the guard had dropped.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need it, and go watch the door for me, please.
Sure thing. I do that.
And so he he actually follows you out of the cell, and he starts going to to the cell of.
Ignores the other guy.
He
in that
does.
cell.
He ignores the other guy in that cell, and you probably notice this, Nox. But you don't have to bring attention to it if you don't want to.
I mean, like, the dude did say that, like, that one dude's his brother. He seems pretty
Yeah.
shady.
No, I completely agree.
Wow.
I'm not judging you.
I've been cellmates with him for a few
so-
hours.
So now,
Yeah.
so now he goes over to the cell that Kass is in, and starts to unlock the cell door. So Nox, he did tell you, grab that shield, go watch the door. Is that,
Yeah.
so you do that? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I also see if I can, like, is there any sign of our stuff in this room?
No, not that you, not in any of the other cells or anything. No,
Okay.
it doesn't seem like it's here. He opens Cass's cell, and gets Kass out of his bindings as well. And he
I put my fist out. give
so
him-
fist bump him.
A fist bump.
All right, and he looks confused but does it, and then he actually he'll ask you, "Are you good with weapons beyond a spear?"
I mean, most of them.
Wait, he knows that you use a spear.
Take
This boy's stalking us.
take the sword off of that
That's a little
guard.
concerning.
What type of sword is it?
It's a short sword.
Okay.
Take the sword off that soldier. We might need your help. And then he leaves this cell, moves on to Anna's cell. He does skip over the halfling woman. Comes up to and he's doing all this very quickly. This is all in the course of 30 seconds that this has all happened. Comes over to Anna's cell, starts to open the lock here, and comes up to Anna and says, so he does this as he's like using the key to open your lock. He says, "You use a rapier, right?"
Yes.
And so he like pulls his cloak aside, and like pulls from his belt a rapier, and says, "Will this do?" Looks like just a normal rapier.
Is that the only weapon I see on him?
When he like pulls his cloak aside, you see a couple other things as well, like a dagger and a sword, or like a short sword.
Well, if you're offering, I'll go ahead and take it. Also, what is your name?
My name is Richard.
Richard.
And he says, "Come now." And so he motions for you to sort of like go to the door. What?
Nothing.
Motions for you to kind of go to the door here, where Nox is like watching or listening and everything. And Kass is there now, as well, I'm assuming. And so he
Yeah,
like
I don't pick up that short sword, by the way.
okay. He quickly looks at you guys out there and he's like, wait for me 1 second. We'll be going soon. Then he goes back to get Layna out of her shackles, actually. So he gets her out after a second, and Layna comes and joins you guys by the door. He then goes to Ulf's cell, opens Ulf's what's it called? Opens Ulf's cell and gets Ulf out of Ulf out of his chains. What do you say anything to him, Ulf?
No.
My orc friend, do you use any weapons? Short sword? Is that fine?
Short sword is alright. Would rather a regular long sword, but short sword will do for now.
Take the short sword out there since your friend has declined.
Alright, I take the short sword, I guess.
Alright. And
Does he let the other person... Wait, hold on. Does he let... Before I leave the cell to get the sword, does he let the other boy out? Or unchain him?
He does not. He moves into the hallway to group up with the rest of the group.
I stop him while he's walking out and say, "You're gonna let the boy out."
All the others are too weak. They've been in here too long. Their muscles have decayed. We must get going. We can come back for them.
Oh shit! And I take the keys off of him and I unshackle the boy.
All right.
In my cell.
All right. So so that takes a couple seconds, but you get him out, and the kid like looks at you gratefully and sort of nods. And Nox, at this point, you do think you hear like some sort of like noise getting closer, some sort of like voices.
Are you alone, or did you have friends?
I'm alone. We must go now.
Well,
if Ulf's doing that and I heard everything, I'd motion him to help get the other ones out.
Yeah, I'm helping getting everyone else.
Yeah, the keys are on a ring though, so you don't have much time.
That's fine.
Are you gonna try to get them all out?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after
yeah, I suppose we'll let the one that was with Nox
after you get Alex out, then he says, as you guys hear these like voices or something getting closer, he says, we really must be going now. The others will have to wait, but we can come back for them.
And how many have we got now?
We've got them.
You got
all,
Alex and
we?
Layna. No, you got Alex and Layna. He says this after Alex is out. We've already spent more time than we should have.
Alex is the teenage boy?
Yeah.
So there's what, you said something about a druid?
There's Alice, and there is Wyatt, and there's Alec.
Alice
Alice is the halfling.
The
Wyatt.
others, you don't understand.
Wyatt is the druid.
Do we have the carpenter's daughter?
Yeah, you have her.
Yeah, that's Layna.
So he says,
Okay.
he says, that boy there, he can keep up. He's young, but the others, they've been sitting here a couple weeks without able to really move their legs. They'll slow us down. We'll all be caught. We must go.
If we have to fight, we can't possibly defend all of these people. And if we have to run, well, we're gonna have to leave them behind anyway.
Yes, your friend is wise. Let us leave now before they will be able to see us.
I go to the cells with the other two or other three, and I look in there and I say, "We'll be back. We can promise that."
And they sort of just like nod at you.
And I throw a ration into each cell.
Okay. And the elf looks like he's waiting impatiently. And he says, we must go now. And he sort of like pushes through and opens the door. And do you guys follow him, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
we got no fucking clue where we are even.
So at this point it is like it's nighttime. The last light of day is barely like shining. And as you guys come out of this building, he immediately takes you to the left, which seems to be going towards the tunnel that you guys had come to originally. But he goes a few quick steps, And then he heads to the but then instead of going into the tunnel, he actually goes around the corner of this building and heads towards the corner of the compound.
Okay.
So you guys are trailing, running along behind him. Luckily, you hear like the voices again. They're coming from some other part of this compound, but they're not quite there yet. And so as you go around the corner, you hear one other thing as you're going around the corner. You hear from what is now to like your left beside you, inside the building that you guys were just in, but in the other part you guys hadn't been to, you hear some screeches ringing out now. And it sounds like a familiar set of lungs. It sounds like and this starts to ring out from the building adjacent that you guys were just in, but the part you guys hadn't been in.
Didn't they put him in one of the cells where we were?
No, he was. They brought him back out with them.
Yeah, they
Just brought him down and they brought him back up.
Yeah, because they dragged him in front of us, and then they just walked back out with him?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
They said he was going to be tortured.
And
Alright.
this is happening where exactly now?
In
Some
the
building.
in the same building, but in the other part of the building.
Oh, fuck.
You know how much I dislike the boy. We can, or the Avro, whatever. I don't think we can leave him behind.
Yeah, so I know we dislike Perplex's character, but that's not what we're talking about.
I'd rather think we can leave him. He showed no wish to be a better being, and I wish to not die here.
And so you guys are like talking as you're walking, like I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and head towards the screaming.
Sounds good. Does anyone follow or anything?
How?
Well,
I mean, we wouldn't know where
That's
she's
true,
going.
yeah. Sounds good. So the rest of the group continues forward, and let me describe to
No,
you.
Nox isn't just gonna let Anna go off on her
Okay,
own.
sounds good.
Nox calls out to her and says, "Anna, what are you doing? At least let us come with you." Ugh,
Whether he's a shithead or not, he's my responsibility.
he's literally not, but whatever.
100% actually not. But I understand you're a female.
Alright, sorry.
Rapier slides between Cass's ribs.
So let's see. So
You want to roll for that?
Sorry.
No.
so
All right, so
yeah. So Anna's going
are you still
invisible.
invisible?
Yeah, and again, you kind of so you passed going around the corner of this building to go. Well, so the guy, to describe to you guys, the elf was leading you towards the tower that was in the corner of the compound. That seemed to be where he was heading. And
So we're outside now?
yeah. And the and Anna, so Anna, you did you guys all passed the door that was to the other part of the building. So you can be pretty sure that that is the way to get into that part of the building.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I go in that direction
Right.
behind.
Well, so
presumably behind
Anna goes invisible and starts heading that way. But as you start to go, Nox, then the elf, he sort of like turns back and he says, he says to you, Nox, he says real quickly, you know, he's pretty urgent. He's like, there's a back door as well if you wish to go in.
That's great information. And I go to the back door.
Yep, sounds good. And he's like the rest of
I
you.
run to the back door.
Right? And he's like sort of like he says basically like the rest of you come with me. So
Are we gonna finally get our weapons?
and so the
It's a legit question.
what'd you ask? Sorry.
I think you're the only one with a special weapon.
Two special weapons.
You asked if they were going to get their weapons.
I was asking if we're finally gonna go get our weapons back.
My spear is definitely special to me.
There, your weapons may indeed be in that room, but I can't guarantee it, and you'd be risking a lot.
Well, we've risked enough so far, and I start heading that way.
All right, sounds good. Let me go ahead and drop you guys
will
in real
follow
quick.
him.
I'll go and drop you guys in real quick.
Not Ulf. I'm following the elf
Oh, you're following the
that
elf.
has come to save us. Yes.
Sounds good.
Elf.
So as you guys start moving off, he says, we're going to be going up that tower there. He points to the tower in the corner of the compound. He says, we're going to be going up that tower there and jumping over the wall. Jump into the trees and make your way down. We'll be waiting.
Oh, okay. And then I'm just gonna fly over the wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But he leads the other ones who can't fly.
Response. Oh, all right, sure.
But he leads...
oh yeah, I can just like...
So he, meanwhile...
I thought we were doing something, but when I hear that we're just jumping over a wall, I'm just gonna like go over the wall.
So then
I'm gonna do a really
possible.
slow jump over the wall.
So then the other what was I gonna say? The other thing. So when you I'm gonna drop you guys in the map here in a second. As you guys go over, or as Kass goes over the wall, you see down on the little tower there, on top of it, is a dead goblin that has like an arrow in his chest.
That makes sense.
Yep. And you see like the trees he was talking about. We'll get to that in a second though. For now, I'm gonna drop some peoples in the maps real quick.
The peoples.
So, whoops, sorry. Let me make sure that this is good. Yeah, I'm just making sure this is right. All right, let me put the character things on first. And that's there. And Ulf is also gonna follow Nox.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that where the weapons are?
I mean, he said they might be.
Then I'm heading that way.
Okay. Sounds good. And I will drop you guys in a second. Let me just make sure it's right. I think it is correct. And
Can't wait until all of the dynamic lighting's turned off.
I'll drop.
There's no walls anywhere.
I'll
That's
drop in
fine.
the boys who want to spectate as well. And the viewbot boy for that same reason. Okay. Let's hope it works. This map.
Oh god, it's all dark.
We're blind.
Damn it, Nox.
Go
No, there, it's the top right.
to the
corner.
top right.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, also, those of you who can see the enemies already, don't say anything. I forgot that they haven't seen it yet. No spoilers, please. It doesn't really matter, but still. So,
Why am I in here?
You're spectating.
to spectating.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not actually there. It's just so that you don't get bored. So yeah,
You're there in spirit.
so don't say anything.
I'm
Spit on the
playing
cobalt.
Skyrim.
So
Which
the
way's the back door?
the back door is right here.
Oh, okay.
And let's see. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me get this marked up. Yeah, there is the door there. And Anna, you know that the door you passed, Anna, is around the corner up here.
All right. Well, I'd just definitely go around it since I'm invisible. See,
Yeah.
there's the door indeed. Are there
Oh, sorry, I
windows?
dragged you. There is a window right here.
All right.
All right.
How heavy does that window look?
It's open. Like there's nothing in there blocking it. It's just an open window.
All right.
Or like, well, yeah. No. I guess it would be blocked. You're right. Sorry. Yeah. You're right. It is. There's like shutters on it. Yeah.
Closed.
Yeah, they're closed. Yeah, they would have been closed on the window. Sorry.
Oh, post up.
Oh, alright.
And you, meanwhile, you guys do hear this screaming coming from inside.
Okay, well, what's Anna
Does the
doing?
door swing in or out? By the way.
The doors seem to swing in.
All right. I guess I'm going to grab the shutters and slam them open and then kick the doors open. Since none of that breaks my invisibility and whoever's in there isn't going to know what did it?
Yeah, you're going to. So wait, what? Sorry, repeat that.
I'm going to bang the shutters open and kick the doors open.
All right, sounds good. So you do that, and what you are met with is this.
Do I hear that?
Probably.
Oh, I'm not being subtle.
Yeah, you definitely hear it.
Okay, I
So
kick in this door.
I'll put you here. So this is what you see. I don't actually have the window represented with dynamic lighting, but you can just take a look, see what you see.
I kick in this door.
Oh yeah. Okay.
After,
hold on,
after I hear that.
Yeah, let me get that for you in a second. Let me get the streams all right first. There we go.
Oh, look, Grizzle's found a torch.
Yeah, he has a torch now for whatever reason. Okay, there you go. You kick in that door. And you do not... I mean, you see what you see right there in front of you.
Oh, there's another door.
Yeah, I can describe this room for you. I didn't actually put furniture like I was meaning
Sure.
to.
Quickly. Again.
It's like roughly. It seems to be like some sort of kitchen or food preparation area.
Okay.
There's a couple counters and shelves and some food on them, but that's about it. Meanwhile, so Anna, you have kicked down that stuff, and the kobolds sort of like turn around. Meanwhile, you do hear those voices getting ever closer, but it sounds like they're still a little ways away. You have a little bit of time. However, Anna, you also see that on the table here, there seems to be a pile of stuff, among which you recognize your rapier.
The next chance you get poetry, I kick in this door.
All right, sounds good.
Also, my rapier and my wand.
It's true.
You do see that.
Oh shit!
And
I
your
gotta-
dead body.
However, it's a good pile of stuff. You'll have to check exactly what's in there to see if everything is there in a second. Maybe after you deal with this. So you kick in the door, and what you see is what you see
Fuck,
here.
is that a
We
pterodactyl?
find Kass.
Hello.
That's yeah, no.
Oh, how
It's like I got bored, so I just came in here.
And with that, the kobold here turns and see you guys, and we're gonna roll initiative. Dun dun dun.
God,
Fuck you. Fuck you,
Guess I'm
Matt.
technically an initiative since they know I'm here, sort of.
why? But like,
But that's a
why?
bad roll.
And of course, if you couldn't figure out, that's Grizzles right there. I'm pretty sure I've used that same one before. So
Which one? Oh, the red one.
yeah, the different one. That is Grizzles. He has a torch. Not really.
This table is the one with the pile of swords.
the one to
boy
the
standing
left, top left one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get back where I'm supposed to be.
1 second. So hold on. Oh my god, my mouse. There is. So they're surrounding Grizzles. I should describe it a little better. Grizzles is sort of like pinned to the ground, and you see just the kobolds those other kobolds are pretty much just like kicking him and stuff, and like laying blows upon him, just being cruel.
Kass would be proud.
And
This is one of those worm things, right?
that is, yeah, it's like a small mini
It's not a
dragon
micro dragon?
almost. It's like a micro dragon.
You're calling those worms, aren't you?
No, this is you. I'll spoil the names.
Oh, those are the special kobolds he told us about.
Yeah, it's if anything, it's like a mini drake sort of. It's
Got it.
supposed to be like a small
Does it
version
sing
of one.
songs?
Yeah. So you can call it like a drakeling is sort of what I'm calling them, but they don't really have an official name. I don't mind telling the name because it's not like it's in a monster manual or anything. So yeah, like a drakeling or
I
something.
just want to know what to call it.
Yeah. You can call him a drakeling. That's a pretty good.
And we refer to it.
Yep.
So does the kobold still have the shackles I put on him?
Yeah, he still has those on.
So they're just like, well, he can't get out of them, so...
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm just I'm doing this stuff. I'm writing down initiatives. And the drakeling it's pretty decent size, you know. It is as you can see, it takes up multiple squares and stuff. Oh my god, Ulf rolled a 1 on initiative again.
You know, before you guys decided to help, I was just gonna grab him and check him out a window and start booking it.
So,
I don't feel like that would have gone how you expected it to.
I'd still be invisible.
Yeah, but
so it is going to be the kobolds first, actually, in initiative.
okay.
It's a shame.
And of course, they don't see Anna yet. They know that the door was just knocked in, as well as the shutters on this window, but they don't really have any idea why or anything. They're kind of confused.
Nox has a very strong presence.
Yeah.
True.
So
Could be
they
thaumaturgy.
they
It
look,
could be thaumaturgy.
yeah, they so they
Can't believe
look
it's not
over at they look over at the door that was just kicked in on the other side, where Nox is standing, and they start rushing over there,
Okay.
leaving Grizzles on the ground. So this one will make it next to Nox, and he comes at you with his dagger drawn, like he yells. He's like, ah! You know,
Hello, little dude.
comes flying at you with his dagger, and he hits you. What is your AC?
17.
Yeah, he hits you. And so yeah, he will do. It's only a dagger though, of course, so nothing too much to worry. Oh my god, he rolled max. He's gonna do 6 damage to you. That's actually not too bad.
Snowball's more effective than like 3/4 of the last combat we had. Other than those fireballs.
So then the other two are gonna actually sort of just step to the side, get to a place where they can, like, they're looking at Nox, and they're both gonna use their slings. They like whip out their slings real quick, and you know, and sling some stones over at her. Oh wow! And they both actually hit. A 17. One of them is going to do 4 damage. The one on the left who goes first, he flings in a stone
actually
and
so
does 4 damage.
I think roll 20's broken.
And then another one comes in and does another 4 damage to you.
As long as the big guy always misses, this is a fair trade.
So they do that, and yeah, that's them. It is now the turn of the Drakeling, for lack of a better term. And it, let me look at it. Let me look at its stuff. Yeah, it's going to it's going to come over to here. Oh god. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's good.
Oh god.
It's gonna
Eating
be
Kass.
It's gonna be a
around.
fire.
Oh god. No, right. It doesn't really matter. No, stop. Go there.
I
Alright.
got Jack's character killed.
He is going to
I'm back.
so he's so he comes over here, and he's going to sort of he's gonna look at you, Nox, and like size you up, and he sees that Ulf is behind you. He sees this orc, you know, towering a little bit above you. Oh, hello. Oh, I think one of the dogs threw up. Sorry. And so he's going to pull back his mouth, and you see some electricity forming around his mouth. And he will he's actually going to shoot a bolt of electricity or lightning at you guys.
We're gonna TPK yet.
He's gonna hit the kobold too, of course. And so you may.
Is this a dex?
It is a dex save. Yep.
Lightning is dead.
Oh my god.
I'm done!
Oh my god.
No good deed.
Okay. So you fix the stream view. Oh, hey, thank you. Oh yeah, it's not showing the action.
That action.
There we go. Maybe that'll work. It's still missing a little bit. That's okay. So the... Let's see if that makes it better. That's good. All right. So the... so you're going to... Oh my god.
What happens?
Nox, you're going to take 11 damage. 11 lightning damage. And
22 for the...
you're going to take 22. Oof. Hey, you're both still up, though.
I feel like roll 20 is like actually broken tonight. Like this isn't even random
Something
anymore.
like that.
I feel like we're fighting mini bosses that are supposed to be avoided.
And this one, and so it looks at you guys and says, "I am." And after it does this, it says, "You dare try to rescue this scum."
Actually, I just wanted my weapons back.
And that brings us to Anna.
Oh, this is going so well. Alright, well. I'm gonna sneak on over here.
Perfect time to just grab that bitch and run.
That is definitely a thought, although I'm pretty sure Drakeling could probably outrun us.
Never know until you try.
Yeah.
I gotta think about this for a second.
Oh yeah, the kobold is dead, by the way. Forgot to mark that.
I should hope so. You
Yeah.
got lightning immune kobolds otherwise.
Nah, he dead. He dead.
Dead as fuck. Would I be able to unlock Grizzle's manacles and give him a dagger?
That would probably be like your action. I would say it's gonna take a couple seconds to do all that. Well, you could hand him the key and a dagger, and I wouldn't count that as an action. But
like
if you're gonna unlock it yourself, then it would take your action.
All right, I'll hand him the key to the manacles and the dagger and say, "You see that they have no use for you. Fight with us or die with us."
And he looks confused because he doesn't know where this is coming from, right? He recognizes your voice, of course, but
yeah.
But he's like,
and he suddenly has he has a weapon and a key plopped into his hands.
Yeah, he's like, he was sort of just like stumbling to his feet, and he's like,
quiet.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. So yeah, you can do that for free, and you still have an action.
And then after that, let's see here. Can I like grab Ulf's shield and throw it out the door at him?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. It would
That'd definitely be an action at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't think technically that I'm gonna have to look at invisibility again. I don't think that even still breaks it technically.
Yeah, and
they definitely know shit's up at this point.
I would make you. I would also make you roll to see how well you throw it to him. It's not gonna. There's no way it's gonna like hurt anyone or anything like that. But just to see if it like lands in his hands or what, you know.
I mean, isn't that up to Ulf if he catches it?
That's true.
I
Yeah,
mean,
if you
it
want me
could
to
hit
roll
me
something.
and knock me out.
Probably not.
I would
It's
say,
basically what I'm gonna do with the rest of my turn is try and throw the shield at him.
I would say roll like a dex. Well, I guess. Yeah. I suppose just a dex roll.
Dex or acrobatics.
I guess you could use acrobatics. Yeah. I'll allow it.
All right.
He's gonna the Captain America.
Frisbee.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm imagining.
Oh.
Right. You do it fine. Like it again, like I said, there's no real risk. It goes over and like flies through the door, like knocks off the frame, like whizzes by, knocks his face, and then lands on the ground next to Ulf.
I pick it up.
All right. Is that all you do, Anna?
Yeah, I'm out of movement and actions and stuff. Let's see here.
All right.
Spell ends if the target for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So yeah, I haven't done either of those.
Yeah. The kobolds are still like looking around, a little confused because they just saw a shield get thrown through the air, like seeming out of nowhere.
Probably distract them from the kobold unshackling itself.
Mm-hmm.
Random weapons and armor flying around now.
They look very confused. But yeah, so that brings us now to Nox. What are you gonna do, Nox?
Okay, Nox casts darkness right here.
Okay.
Pushes against Ulf and says, "Time to leave," and runs.
Okay, yeah, I love it. Sounds good.
Okay, can we get darkness?
Yeah, I
thing?
can do that real quick.
Basically everyone in the room is
Yeah, is it 30 feet?
30-foot diameter, so 15 foot. Put 15 feet.
Okay. Oh wait, I have to make it so you guys can all see it. Hold on. There you go. That is all consumed in darkness. What does well, so yeah, so that's what Nox says. You just start running.
Yeah.
All right. And what about Ulf?
First off,
Slam
he's
the Red
going
Bull.
to, slams a Red Bull, uses all 15 points of heal on hands. So now I'm back up to almost full, or sort of full. Then he's
Nice.
going to go, let's see, 5, 10, and he can't see anymore, but he knows his shield came from, see, from his perspective, it would have been from the right, so he'll go 15, 20, 25, and I assume I'm out of darkness, so I
Yep.
can see this table now.
We'll say you can see
30,
the table now. And you see
And
that
he's
it
gonna
looks
just start rummaging through the things on the table to find Riker's sword for sure. But he's also holding Mortimus's sword at the same.
okay. So you're looking.
Like he wants to find them both, basically.
Yeah, I got you.
What are you trying to find?
Both the swords that he has normally.
Oh god.
Okay.
Boy's
So
got sword lust.
we'll say that. So this turn. Well, so yeah. So you use your action, but this is like a free thing that you're just doing. We're gonna say that you find. Well, let's see. Let's like flip a coin or something. You want to roll a d2. 1 is Riker's sword. 2 is Mortimer's sword.
I bet you I find Riker's.
1 is Riker. Yeah, you found Riker's sword.
Fucking told you.
So you find Riker's sword this turn pretty easily by rummaging. It's like a pile of stuff. It's not all. It's more than just your guys' stuff, basically. So you rummage around for a second and find that. But if you want to get the other stuff, you're gonna have to wait till next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the kobolds are mighty confused. They don't really. They're sort of like, you hear them sort of screaming out like like what's going on? What's going on? Screeching around and sort of like fumbling around. I know you can see this, but you hear them like fumbling around in the darkness, bumping into each other and stuff. Until they both sort of like stumble their way towards the room. Like they eventually find their way to see where, try to go after Nox, because this is the last they've seen.
Hopefully Nox is limbered up. She's fucking aggroing the whole fucking mob.
And they go out here. They don't see anything though, and so they start looking around. Anyways. That brings us now to the Drakeling. The Drakeling will sort of let's see. It will sort of make its way towards the front door here. There's one one more set. It still doesn't see anything, but it's outside. It gets itself outside of the darkness, and sort of like is like looking around. Not that any of you can see that. And Anna, what are you gonna do now? You're enveloped by darkness once again.
Well, since everything got dark, I don't really know exactly what's happening. I just assumed that both of them decided to fucking book it after getting shocked nearly to death. So I guess I'm gonna grab Grizzles, tell him change of plan, and try and book it out the door.
Yep, he actually has just gotten his like manacles off, and is holding his dagger. But yeah, so he, so you try to like get him to follow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and drag him along since.
All right, he'll go along behind you, and so you run up on these kobolds.
Apparently.
Yeah. So what do you? So you run into them, and what do you end up trying to do to? You see them, you bump into them.
It's a good question. That's a very good question. Probably, oh shit, and go back a few feet again, dragging Grizzles.
Alright, yeah, sounds good.
Probably try and head back towards the other side, but I think, let's see here, I was here, so that would be 30. So yeah, I guess I could technically get out of the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Which would put me, like, there.
Okay, yep.
Although, once I got out of the darkness, I would see that boy.
Yeah. And he
Would he be looking directly where I'm at when I popped out?
He's not looking directly at you, but he's looking around, so after a second, he'll see you.
Well, he won't see me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna try and throw Grizzles out the window.
Oh my god!
He isn't looking, I'll tell him to be as quiet as possible and try and check him out the window.
Okay. Let's see. Did you already use your action on this turn? I don't remember.
Yeah. So it'll be next turn.
Okay. Will you tell him to wait?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's pretty noisy in here. There's like yelling from the kobolds and stuff. So it doesn't pay attention to you yet. It doesn't see you. All right, Nox, you're out in the open.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just run to where that one dude looked like where he was going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that tower to the right there. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I didn't put like a door on, but essentially, yeah, there's like a door that's open there. You can see that goes inside.
Then yeah, I guess I'll dash into the.
Yeah, sounds good. And there's like a little spiral staircase. You could probably you probably have enough movement. I'm pretty sure to make it all the way upstairs to the top. And when you get to the top, you see that there is a dead goblin there again, like with an arrow in his chest or his back or something. And and you like looking over the wall, you can see down below, like at the base of a tree that's sort of within jumping distance, it seems. There does seem to be, or you see the rest of the people there, including Kass.
Okay, well, let's go.
All right, and you hop over the wall, we'll say, and make it. Yeah, that seems fine. The rest of the group, though, the other two. Ulf, it's your turn now. You don't see this Drakeling yet, and it doesn't see you yet.
That's fine. I'm gonna
Fishing for the other sword.
Fish for the other sword.
Yeah, you find it, no problem.
And who's found? Let's see, Nox just kind of manifests her weapons. It seems like. I don't think she really lost anything. Did she lose
I
it?
lost a flail, which is
I lost
mildly annoying. Meh.
I lost a short bow, quiver and arrows, and then my rapier.
Technically, I lost a shield.
None of that really matters.
I have a shield back. So.
Mm-hmm.
My spear probably stands out pretty well.
I was thinking.
Yeah, you see. You see after a couple seconds, you see the spear there.
Yeah. Well, I'd grab the spear and then I'd try and get Mortimer's longsword also.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you were able to find that stuff, no problem.
Just take all of it, really.
I
Well, you
mean,
can't
honestly,
take
if
all
I
of it.
well, I mean, I'm
I
gonna
mean, you
grab
can
it.
definitely
Like, how
carry
much?
the weight of all of it.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah, it'll take more time though. Is basically what I mean.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting at. I see the other sword, I grab it. I see the spear, I grab it.
Yeah, you can grab those stuff. If you want to spend more time looking for
Um,
specific things, it'll take longer. Right now, you still have an action though.
I know. See, it took me like 30 to get around this corner here, basically. So, trying to think here. And then I suppose going over these, like, these are still considered part of the table, I suppose, these blocks.
Yeah, you can go over it pretty easily though. I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay. All right. So it would be 5. Uh, 5. All right. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I would see the Drake.
Yeah, it sees you.
Drakeling.
Yeah.
And 1 second here. I need to. Okay. I need the Drake to make either a Dex or Strength save DC 12.
Okay. What are you doing?
Nature's Wrath.
Mm.
I'm gonna try and tie it down.
Yeah. Okay, strength or dex saving throw.
That does seem to be the best option right now.
I mean, it was either this or attack with I have a spell that can tie it down too, but I'd have to make a successful attack against it.
It does succeed.
Rip shit.
Well, I tried. Yeah, I can't really do anything else. So here I am.
Mm-hmm. Rock you like a hurricane. Yeah, so that's good. So that's your turn. It sees you definitely. Meanwhile, though, and it sort of like howls at, doesn't howl, hiss, I don't know, roars a little bit. It makes like some sort of dragonoid noise. It's angry. But it doesn't get the attention of the kobolds because you hear them getting further away, chasing after Nox.
Actually, we wouldn't be able to see anything in this room, would we? Technically. Because it's supposed to be a 30-foot circle.
No, 30-foot in diameter, I'm pretty sure. 15-foot radius, I think.
Yeah, 30-foot diameter.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
The circle is correct.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So anyway, so the kobolds sound like they're getting further away, so it's just you and this thing here. And it is its turn, though. And hold on 1 second. Okay. It's going to look at you, take a good look at you, and then it's going to swing in its neck to try and bite at you.
Mm-hmm.
It rolled a 7, so
that didn't work.
No luck there. So it attacks at you and misses, and sort of like growls at you. It goes,
I growl back.
Yeah, like a ferocious.
Do like one of those growling screams where it starts out with a. Well, yeah, it starts like.
Oh, nice. All right. And Anna, you see all this now.
Roar.
Roar. So what are you gonna do, Anna?
And Drake goes back to being muted.
Oh, what do I do?
So you saw all this happen, of course. You know that Grizzles is in the dark next to you. You had like your hand on him.
How do I like the odds of us 3 being able to kill this thing?
That's up to you.
That I would say is up to you. Yeah. I mean, do you want me to like describe it to you?
Like,
or...
as far as my character can tell,
How strong is it?
how scary is this thing?
Certainly not as strong as like an actual dragon or drake or.
Oh, if this was an actual dragon,
yeah, there would be.
I don't think I would have even come here if I knew what was in here. No way.
I don't know. I mean, what have you seen of it so far? It's blasted.
I saw it damn near one shot, both of them.
It did do that. But, I don't know. I think that's up for you to gauge. I can't really tell you.
What do you intend to do, Matthew? Are you going to actually try and fight this thing now?
What I was trying to do is I was going to tie it down with the plan was to tie it down with nature's wrath so we could all escape without having this thing follow us. But it's not tied down, so I'm probably thinking about trying to make another attack against it to try and tie it down so it doesn't harass us on our escape. Unless I can make a pretty good escape here, or a pretty easy escape.
Like, I can't justify just leaving your character here, especially if I'm willing to save a kobold already.
Yeah, well, isn't the kobold already out the window though?
If only you had been able to escape the other direction.
By the way, the kobold,
I probably could have.
If the kobold, if you tell him to do something, like if you want him to attack something and you tell him to, it will act on your turn for this little mini encounter.
All right.
He's gonna follow your command. It seems at this point, he hasn't said no so far. He hasn't resisted.
Yes, Ada's gonna say, well, shit. And probably drag Grizzles out and say, well, we have to kill this thing.
Right. Sounds good. So you like drag him out. Oh, whoops. Right there, whatever.
Like it there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack from behind it while invisible, so I don't know if that gives me advantage, I suppose.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
It can't see me attacking, I can't remember.
I don't think that would give advantage. I don't think so.
It's the same as the darkness, effectively.
I guess that's...
What, for what?
If I attack somebody while invisible, do I get advantage attacking them?
I believe
I'm like some 99
attack
because they can't see you. So
yeah, I think you're right. All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage then.
All right. Well, Ada's gonna say
Crit.
shit and
Crit.
attack it with a rapier.
Crit. Damn.
At least
so
I had
good.
fucking advantage.
Yeah.
Might
And
not even hit.
and so it does not hit. Grizzles, who you pulled out beside you, he's like looking around. He's like you're under the fight that.
It's trying to kill you.
And he so you see him look at the thing, and he looks like he's hesitating for a second, and then you just see coming over Ulf and you both see this coming over his face. You see like a face of rage, as much rage as like a kobold's face could hold. You see it in this in Grizzle's face, and he's like, "You're right," and he just like he goes like, "Rawr!" and like runs at there, just jumps at this thing and tries to stab it.
Today I learned Grizzles is a barbarian.
So, oh my god, you're not gonna believe this. I should have rolled out in the open. He rolled a crit success.
Oh, nice.
He just has a dagger, but still, he did 7 damage to the thing.
Hey, it's all we need.
So he comes like diving in, jumps on top of this thing, and like onto its back, and like goes, lifts his dagger as high as his little arms can go, and then brings it down before, and then goes like jumps off to the other side or something, we'll say, just to make it fun. and he hits it for a good bit of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attack with Mortimus's longsword.
Sounds good. Oh, that
Damn.
does not hit,
You
unfortunately.
cannot. I think you have one of the best to hits of any of us, and you just cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
All
that
right.
does
Well,
not
then
hit.
I say, I look at Anna and I just say run. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
He will make
25.
an attack at you. Of opportunity.
It's fine. That's fine. He has to be an AC of 18, so.
Alright, he does not.
He does not.
He does not.
I mean, if he follows us out the door, I'm going to.
So you're no longer invisible
Obviously,
now, right, Anna?
No, she's not.
Kraigox? You're no longer invisible,
that?
right?
Yeah, I lost it when I attacked.
Yeah, alright. Sounds good. Alright.
Oh shit! I probably should have stayed closer. Whoops.
What? So you can get AoE'd with me?
I mean, so you'd have a chance to get away before I did.
Alright. So,
So shit's gone belly up, especially since that thing's gonna have a turn before you have a turn or we have a turn again.
So Ulf runs
Yeah.
out there. And yeah, so the you guys you hear the kobolds on the other side of the building, but you don't know what they're doing. You hear just like they're pretty distant now, actually. And those other voices that are like in the compound seem to be getting closer as well. So time is definitely running out. In fact, actually, probably off to like the left side of the screen, you might actually Ulf see a couple figures running across that bridge I described before. It doesn't look like they've seen you guys yet, though. But you see a couple figures. It's a good ways away, though. So the Drakeling will go now. It will now that it can see Anna. It turns around and seeing her, it will dive in and try to bite. Well, not dive in, but swing in with its neck and try to bite you. What's your AC?
Oh, you know, it's just a fantastic 14.
Okay.
I mean, that's.
So it will hit you.
Knocked out again.
And it's going to do 6 piercing damage to you, and then 5 lightning damage to you.
Damn.
So you feel a little bit of crackling around you, and some lightning shoots into the wound.
Just a little bit, you know. Quarter of my health in lightning damage.
But it doesn't look like it's gonna try to go out the door or anything. It really can't actually, but you're kind of blocking it. Okay, and that's all it does actually. So Anna, what are you gonna do?
Well, I look at the Drake, look at Ulf booking it out the door. Grizzles, the orc wants to run, and I disengage.
All right. And
Let's
Grizzles,
see.
Grizzles looks confused, but he'll follow. He'll follow suit.
So I can get there.
He like hops on your back as you're running.
So which way are we trying to head, by the way?
Around the corner,
Up
up
here.
here.
All right. So I just get around the corner.
All right, sounds good. And so Ulf, I'm assuming you're gonna do the same.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Except I would probably use all of my movement plus my action to
No, I
move
got you.
even farther.
So sounds
somewhere
good.
like
So yeah, so
there.
the Drakeling actually doesn't come out to follow you guys. It doesn't chase you guys down as you kind of were expecting. It doesn't do that actually. And you hear, when you sort of make it to the corner up here, this is, you knew the kobolds were on the other side of the building. I'm assuming you like peek around a little bit cautiously, but they're not there. You actually, it sounds like they went back inside and stuff. So it seems like they are not intending to pursue you. But yeah, so there is the tower here. Like I said, there's a door that's open at its base that you can go in, and there's a staircase up inside, and this is all out of initiative now. You guys see behind you at this point, as you sort of are going up to this tower, and when you get to the top of this tower and are looking out back over the compound, you can see that there are figures like with torches and stuff heading back towards the this building that you guys were just in, on the other side of you guys, the prison area of it. There are things like various creatures with torches moving in towards it now, and you hear yelling and stuff. And beyond that, you see over the edge of the wall, you see like the branch of this tree you're supposed to jump to, and then at the bottom, the base of that tree, there is the rest of the group. So you can, so you guys jump out and make it down this tree. The elf is waiting here for you guys. The whole group is sort of huddled around. He had sort of directed the others who had already been here to just like hide behind the tree. And so now that you guys are all here, he says, very well, now we must move. And I'm assuming you guys just follow him, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I look at Nox and heal her. Since, what are you down to, like?
One.
One again?
Yeah.
One again? Jesus.
Sounds
Calm
good.
the current.
What in the fuck is that?
What is that, boy?
Yep.
I'm gonna do the same.
Right, just taking a
Don't
quick
do what
second
I
to
did.
heal.
You'll summon fucking Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm also going to do the same.
Nice.
There you go. Beautiful roll. Just
Right.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, lovely. So yeah, so that's okay. So yeah,
And
so you
then
guys
we
take
do
a
one
7
on-
HP for you.
so you guys hear yelling
Cool,
and
thanks.
stuff inside the compound back the way you guys just came from. And I should describe for you guys the area around you. It just seems to be like woods and stuff. You guys having a chance as you guys start following the elf as he starts running down through these trees.
Pass
So
twice.
what?
Yeah, one's for Anna.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
so you guys sort of are running. You guys find yourselves running downhill a good bit. It's pretty steep, but not like insanely steep. But it's like forested, and you guys see behind you sort of that there are mountains around, and this whole compound area was at the base of like sort of a mountain. And so you guys run with this elf. He's leading you guys. Luckily, it doesn't sound like anyone is on your trail. After like 10 minutes or so, not too long, he stops you guys for a breather. Alex especially is struggling. He hasn't ran at all in like a couple weeks, or like a couple weeks now. So he is not in the best shape. Even Layna has been gone a few days, 5 days maybe, I think, without moving much. So you can tell they're struggling a bit. So the elf. Richard, he has you guys take a break and like sort of listens around and stuff.
And it'll share some water with them while we're waiting.
So does Kass try to like fly around, or do you stick to the ground since there are enemies somewhere?
I mean, I'll probably stay low, yeah.
Yeah, stay low. Okay, that's what I figured. Like going through the trees or and stuff, not flying super high. Sounds good. So you guys take this break. And just for like 5 minutes, and so Richard doesn't say anything. In fact, he sort of like climbs up a tree, sort of like watches around. When he comes back down, he says, "I think we've lost them, but we must hurry until we get to the camp. There we'll be safe for a while, and we can figure out what to do." And he'll continue moving if you guys don't have any questions. And so, as you all follow him for another good 20 minutes, eventually you finally he slows down, and you guys walk into what appears to be a little campsite. And we're going to end right after this, but I will describe one last thing for you before we end. It's a small little campsite. There's only 2 tents up here. Richard sort of leads you into this little clearing. There's a fire going. It is nighttime now. And sitting at the fire is a... human that is in full armor, plate armor, I believe. It's heavy armor, that's for sure. It's like tough looking armor, and he's kneeling there sort of and watches you guys as you guys walk into the camp. He has blonde hair and green eyes and a sort of ragged face, or a rugged face, you know, like a rough face, rough features, a little bit like a stubble beard and stuff. But he's smiling at you guys as you guys walk into the camp. And there is an eagle on his shoulder. And he watches you guys as you guys come into the camp. He smiles at you all and says, "Welcome." And that is where we're going to end it. Dun dun dun.
Okay.
Right. And
Now that we're in a nice, safe place.
Oh, I'd be giving you back your spear, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we are in a safe place, I think it is time that you guys level up to level 4.
Okay.
What do you guys think about
Oh my
that?
god.
Level 4. I was expecting level 5.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No, this is
All right, well, level
Skip
20
level
now.
4.
Got it.
yeah, level
Let's
20.
see, that's another spell slot and
Yeah.
a feat or ability increase.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
Well, you
can
really
cast
don't
2
get
spells now.
much from those 17 extra levels.
but the yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we have hit level 4. This is it's a safe enough spot that this counts. And
You want to repeat that?
Yeah.
the what? Oh
You
yeah, I
cut
cut
out.
out.
You said,
Yep.
all right, we're going to...
Yeah. So yeah, you guys level up. This is a safe enough spot, and yeah, you are met, by this dude, this smiling dude in full armor that is sitting in this campsite as he looks at you all and welcomes you. And that is where we will end the session. And I will go ahead and put the stream back up on the overlay, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. So, if anyone is watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to see more of this stuff. I've been trying to post the VODs regularly. The ones for last week just went up today, so that wasn't very great. But I'll try to be better with the ones for this session. But anyways, if you're watching on YouTube...
If you want to find more of my content, subscribe to me at youtube.com/PewDiePie.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Remember
but anyways...
to use promo code
but,
BearCoffee for,
yeah.
for 40% off your purchase at greenscoffee.com/BearCaffee.
But that'll
And
be
don't
it.
forget about my MeUndies link.
MeUndies. All right. Well, anyways, bye-bye.
Yep.